Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update for this fine Saturday morning. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yeah, what a turn up for the books that was. A nice little bounce into our support level, which catapulted us actually all the way above, on a closing basis, albeit we just got lucky at how the candles closed. But yeah, at the timing of the candles closing. But yeah, a little spike above our $42,000 level. So very promising signs to show that there was buying pressure up to that level, and thus far we are just drifting downwards a little bit, but still actually above, just about above the lower side of this resistance zone. So yeah, pretty nice price action here, showing again that the bulls are not going to get slammed back down by the bears quite so soon. And if the bears thought they were going to take control of this at resistance at the TD9s we had on the daily, then yeah, they were shown that they weren't going to take us below this $38,000 level. So that is not to say that we don't just trade sideways, we don't just drift back below this resistance and then trade sideways in this upper quartile for a few more days. Because I mean that is what I think potential will happen, especially with it being the weekend. But obviously it is the weekend, and we could get some wild but reverting to mean price action. So maybe we even get a pump into this zone. Maybe we get a pump up to 44,000, the midpoint. Maybe we get some wicks above, but find ourselves back around this $40,000 level come Monday morning. But yeah, all in all, things looking good. I mean, we were saying those higher time frame stochastics we're going to start offering support, and they are actually offering the possibility of new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Don't forget, Bitcoin can just get wild when it wants to. It consolidated at like sub 10,000 for a while before going on a crazy 6x plus run, more than 6x actually. I mean, from here to well above all-time highs is not even a 2x. So there we go. Bitcoin could start getting crazy, but yeah, we just gotta wait to see what happens. But yeah, obviously looking good. I mean, I'll say it again. You guys know my views as well. So if we're populating price action at the upper side of this zone, then I am a happy camper. And then ultimately is that we can trade sideways as long as we want, as long as we do break above. But yeah, if we do break above, then what I would expect us is to form a new range. But well, obviously above this resistance, and I wouldn't really know where it will top out, but somewhere within this, obviously this high volume profile, high volume node, somewhere around here, and then yeah, trade sideways. And obviously the name of the game then would be just realistically just to hold this horizontal level of support as support, and then yeah, just trade sideways within the new range, whilst we build up that head of steam to break onwards and upwards. But yeah, that's potentially that is the Goldilocks scenario, because yeah, whilst I say like yeah, trading sideways be it down here would be fine with me. Obviously trading sideways at a higher range would obviously be even better. What I don't think we don't particularly want is just to keep on catapulting through here and have a just a massive just exponential spike upwards, because that would be relatively unsustainable. And I think it could come in, obviously then it could then literally be a blow off top for this bull cycle that then sparks a multi-year bear cycle. So we want more sustained price action. We kind of want to break above here, trade sideways, holding the $40,000 levels of support, and then break above all-time highs, and then even try and put this area, this level, as a new support whilst maintaining price action above there. So yeah, that would be an ideal scenario. But yeah, things could start to get interesting. Obviously, don't forget we can potentially get a bull trap within this zone. But like I said, even if we get up to 60,000, then come all the way back down to 40,000. The main thing is that we'll hold this 40,000 level, 40 what we've drawn it in. Where we've drawn it in at. The main thing is we hold that, play that as support, and then just even if we trade sideways between even 60,000 and 40,000, and don't lose it, then yeah, we should be looking good. Obviously, if we put in a higher low, a lower high relative to these highs in this area, and then come back down, take out 40,000, then we will at that point be looking for a lower low relative to these lows of 30,000. So I mean, clearly that could take us into the 20,000. So yeah, but things are obviously looking promising here. If we want to have a look at that Ethereum Satoshi pairing, obviously it wasn't able to keep up with that recent spike up with Bitcoin, as we well know altcoins can't. And even on the chart you can see getting rejected at this horizontal resistance level. So this pairing though is obviously quite obviously tightening up. We can see it tightening up. So there will be an expansion of volatility of this at some point, and does it come to the upside or does it come to the downside? But it can be pretty explosive. If we look at this on a weekly, let's see if I can just sort this out so we can see it better. I mean, yeah, you can see we're clearly in a bullish trend. This is looking a lot like a bull flag. I think I must have done this must be the targeted projection for it. Yeah, look, if we do it here, look, yeah, this is where, so if you're still kind of looking at breaking out above here, we are looking at some very nice levels for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And if we do want to look at that in the context of the price data we've got here, then yeah, I mean, getting close to that high here. Well, I say close, but close obviously on a weekly chart. But yeah, we could see good things for Ethereum if obviously the break is to be to the upside, which is obviously my bias. My bias will be that break to the upside with obviously the upgrade, all the things we know about Ethereum coming up. We don't need to go over them again. But yeah, also as you can see, the Bitcoin dominance as well bounced off I mean, similarly we had the resistance level in Ethereum. Bitcoin, we've also had this pretty much corresponding level down here. And yeah, that's where we bounced off. So we found ourselves looking to double top. Not that double tops happen often, but yeah, so we're at this level again. This kind of does look like it's trying to put in a top here, much the same way it kind of put in a top in this way here before coming down. Obviously it did reverse ultimately, but still did spark a downtrend. So yeah, that is potentially what we're looking at. Maybe we're just going to get that. I mean, if Bitcoin has a spike up again, I mean, there's no real resistance in the zone that we're in. So we can easily move anywhere up towards 50,000, and obviously, like I said, altcoins will struggle with that sort of a move. But after that spike move and then sideways to down consolidation, then we will potentially have a bit of a mini alt season whilst we potentially range sideways at a higher, obviously a higher value relationship to where we are now. So what else do we want to look at? Let's see how stocks close. Stocks just closed there or thereabouts, bouncing off its support here. What else do we want to look at? The 10-year kind of easing off a little bit, but still generally sideways. I mean, it has been in a clear downward move, so if it does want to try and move higher or stay in this range, it really doesn't want to come too much lower, and then realistically getting back above this 1.03 could probably fully establish some stability in this asset. DXY bounced up into its resistance as well, so obviously we want to get resisted here, and then continue the meander down. Obviously things don't come down the straight line, so a nice basically bounce into that resistance is obviously good to see, provided we get resisted and we keep coming down. So yeah, other than that, we'll have a glance at those stochastics that are clearly going to be looking all right for us. 4 hour, as we can see, has got a potential to actually pump Bitcoin, to hold Bitcoin where it is and pump it higher. Obviously, it is the weekend. 10 hour, which wait for our daily wait for the 10 hour to load. 10 hour just holding up there, potentially looking to turn back up here, but yeah, just holding up there. So that's fine to see. 12 hour holding up there as well. Daily turning back down. So maybe we, like I said, we will have a bit of a move up this weekend, but realistically hold around this $40,000 level. That would be obviously ideal. And these stochastics are going to be the ones that are going to help us do that if we are going to basically maintain price action basically above 40,000, which would be extremely good, because then once all the sellers have sold everything they want to sell at this level, we can then move onwards and upwards. 3-day obviously looking good as well, 5-day looking good, and weekly well, turn back up. And then yeah, we're just waiting for these slow moving oil tankers to turn around. But all in all, things are looking a lot more positive. Even if we don't break above here and we just spend time trying to break above here, then that is obviously great. If we do break above here, establish a higher sideways range for a while, that is also great. Realistically, the only thing that is not will look particularly bad is if we do basically lose 35,000, because then we are in the lower half of this range, and then we will be looking to test the bottom half of the range. So yeah, as long as we're holding up here, especially if we get above and hold above this resistance, then yeah, we will be looking very good. A lot of confidence will start to come back into the market once we break out of this range to the upside, and then obviously once this sideways range came off the back of a move down, so if we then establish a sideways range off the back of a move up, it does give more of a bullish bias and more confidence for people to start FOMOing into crypto as a whole, obviously expecting a break of these highs, and 100 and 150k Bitcoin end of year, not really, but just at some point obviously, if we do continue with this bull run. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is your daily dose of hopium for the day. But yeah, things obviously looking a lot better. So yeah, thanks for listening. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.